Hello students, this is Mr. Charles. I'm here to talk to you about polleverywhere.com, a really terrific resource that we'll be using in class. First thing that you want to do if you're creating a poll is navigate to www.polleverywhere.com. However, you don't need to go to the web address to be a respondent on the poll. Let me show you what I mean. So here's a poll on the home page, which I think is a great question. I would rather be called ugly than boring. Text keyword to 22333. So the keyword is either going to be ugly or bore. Well, I think I'd rather be called ugly than boring, because I think beauty is subjective, but whether or not you're engaging is definitely, I think, objective. So I don't like the idea of boring. So what I'm going to do is create a new text. I'm going to send it to 22333. And the content of that text message is simply going to say bore, B-O-R-E. I'll send it. Ta-da! And now, you can even see in real time the results have changed a little bit. Very easily, my response has been applied to this poll. So it's a lot of fun, and it's very interesting how quickly your thoughts can turn into something that everybody can see and consider. In terms of our class, let's create a poll that I might ask my students about. What is your favorite color, red, blue, or green? Well, let's talk about color, but let's make it a little bit more interesting. Recently in our English class, we've been talking about gender roles, gender and equality and race and that sort of a thing. So this is for senior English and the ERWC curriculum. So why don't we ask this question? Since you saw my awesome purple cell phone case, you're probably thinking about it. And I'll just ask, is purple a feminine color? Now, I'm going to spell color the British way, and what you're going to notice is that spell check is enabled on this website, which is really terrific because you end up making your own polls. You want to make sure that you sound like you know what you're talking about. People might not answer your poll. So is purple a feminine color? Instead of true, we're going to say yes, super feminine, or no, it's macho. But you know what? I want to give somebody maybe a third option because those are both pretty strong. So I can add an answer here. And I'm going to type in this time, color probably isn't bound by gender. All right. You can also add images, but we won't get into that today. So let's click on Create. The poll will appear. It's as easy as that. Again, I didn't need to log in or sign up for any account information to create this poll. So if you're one of my students, let's practice this now. Please take out your phone and respond to this poll. We're going to text a code, so it's going to be one of these, a series of 5-digit numbers, to 22333. So, new message to 22333. The content of that message is going to say, color probably isn't bound by gender, I think. So 94691. I think it would be interesting to find a hermaphroditic species like let's see, hyena, and ask them if purple is a feminine color. They probably couldn't see it because their eyes don't align to the same spectrum as ours. So anyway, I take my deep thoughts that are rolling around in here, I put them in here, and the next thing you know, they show up here on our amazing poll that everybody can see. So this is really cool, especially if we're going to start talking about bigger issues like should males and females be treated equally. Some people might want to say yes or no, but not feel comfortable expressing themselves. So what we might want to do is throw up a poll before instruction. It looks like this. Have students answer honestly, and then we can see what the class actually thinks instead of what they want to appear like they think, especially if their date for prom is in the room with them when the question is asked. So I think we'll get better instant feedback and perhaps more honest feedback on a poll like this than when I simply ask questions in class. So it's pretty cool. I encourage you guys to go to Poll Everywhere or to whip out your electronic device. If you don't have one of those, you can take out a Chromebook, and you'll notice that it says submit responses at pollev.com/fluffytundra068. So if you needed to, you could go to that website and do the exact same thing, but online on your Chromebook instead of on your cell phone, okay? Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Let's start polling.